Hi, welcome to another episode of my daily day. So, I haven't done one of these since I had my birthday, the October 4th, and today is now the 19th, is it? So it's been over 2 weeks, and so I just thought perfect topic would be aging. So, I always was told that, when I was younger, well, one day you'll be old and you'll want to have people look at you respectfully and respect your elders but then you'll have to start acting your age. And I've been thinking about this and what exactly does acting your age means, because I'm next year I'll be 50, and I swear that I probably still don't act anymore by everyone's standards 20 to 25. And that's why I said I don't understand who made the rules of what's appropriate for your age group. Because see, I don't really count numbers. I mean, yeah, I just said I was going to be turning 50, but to me that doesn't really mean old or older. The only thing that I ever go by is my heart. If my heart gets tired and aging, I'll slow down. But as long as my heart is young at heart, I'm gonna act that. I'm gonna be that. I don't feel that a number should dictate on how you're supposed to act your age. If anyone else knows what I'm talking about, just drop a comment down below. If you haven't subscribed, please, because I like to talk about these topics that other people are afraid to, and like body shaming and suicide and depression, and this is the newest one because I feel like no one should tell you how you should act. Like I said, if I had to be put in a category, I'd be like 20 to 25. That's how old my heart tells me I am. And until my heart tells me different, I'm going to still do all this stuff. I'm going to still have a good time. I'm still going to rock out air bands like I do on my other videos. This is the stuff that I do on video is nothing different from what I do in real life. That's who I am. The person that you're listening to right now talking, this is who I am. I don't put up a front. I don't I'm not a yes person to people. I don't act any differently online. The person you see online is the same person I am in life. So I'm not gonna put on this I'm not gonna become an actor and portray a part. What you see is what you get with me. And like I said, in age numbers, I'll be 50 in a little over 11 months. But does that mean I'm gonna act like I'm 50? Hell no. And I implore anyone who thinks that they're older and has to act a certain way, act the way you want to act. If people can't accept that, or people say you're childish, thank you. To me, that's a compliment. I'm childish. I'm not like I'm not the kid who can't get the fucking candy from the candy jar. Childish. I'm the one that says I refuse to age. And here's a good example. I was just thinking about this. So October of last year, I finally got to my horror convention, and when I was younger, growing up as a teenager, these are the movies I loved: Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Sleepaway Camp, and when I got to meet these people, it brought me back to when I was a kid again, and partly because that's who I am still. I'm still that kid, just I have more adult decisions now, but I still am that kid that I freak out when Friday the 13th, when I was flipping channels and Friday the 13th comes on. I'm that kid that's I will never conform to what society wants us to do, and society wants us to slow down and listen to soft rock. And no, And I have, don't get me wrong, I don't have nothing against soft rock, but I'll always be heavy metal. And I even tried to listen to some of the new stuff so I can stay in the realm of what these today's kids listen to. You know, and same with movies. You know, I try to catch up with new movies, and so that like I when I have a conversation with a kid, they know, oh, this old fogey doesn't know what he's talking about. I never wanted to be referred to as old fogey. When I'm 80 years old, I'll still be acting like this. You know, the only thing I think I ever do now that's different is sometimes I'll take a mid-afternoon nap. But now I can do it because when you're a kid, you can't do that afternoon nap. You got homework to do. So it's like now I have luxuries now that I didn't have when I was younger. And but you know, like I said, with adult decisions, you know, rent, bills, all that stuff. That's really the only difference. But my heart remains pure. It'll always remain pure. I will never conform to what a 49-year-old, 50-year-old is supposed to act like. Because, like I said, who wrote this rule? Is it you go to jail if you act any different? I don't think so. So this message goes out to my older watchers and my younger watchers. Surprisingly, you're probably saying why. Don't ever let anyone try to conform you. Don't ever let anybody say you're not acting your age. You're 49 years old. You act like a 20-year-old. Good, because it what makes me happy. And going back to like that last year when I got to meet all my idols that I grew up with, and I felt like I was back in the 80s again. That's another reason, you know, it's after that things started happening for me. March of this past year, the Bruins thing happened. The Bruins behind the mayor. I became like this mini celebrity, so I had to like. I'm always been a Bruins fan. I'll just say that right off. It wasn't just a mistake of wearing that jacket. I grew up a Bruins fan. I grew up a Boston sports fan. My whole family, all my sisters, all my older sisters were all sports fans. So like I grew up in this. So me wearing that Bruins jacket that day, that was me being me. But the internet made it like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever, and I love that, but I was just being me. So I got famous on just being myself. If that's not a true example of why you should always be yourself, because good things happen like that. And in this past year, I've been involved in a bunch of movies. You know, being producer, getting special things, promoting movies. You know, like this has been like the last year has been more productive than any other year I can think of before. And it's like, it's just me keeping a young heart. That's all it is. And hold on, I'm on a video. So sorry about that. And that's my advice to you guys. Don't let anyone ever tell you to act your age. You act how you want to act, because that's being true to yourself. Yeah, I used to not like myself, believe it or not. I've said this on past videos. There was a time when I just, you know, I had expectations of me, and you know, I always wanted to beat to my own drummer. Sometimes it got me in trouble to beat to my own drummer, because you know, a lot of people said it was selfish. But you know what? My mom and my dad always taught me to never be different. Never act any differently than you want to act. If you want to act a certain way, do that. If it makes you happy, do it. And especially my dad, you know, rest in peace. My dad always said, just don't go out trying to please everyone else. Go out and try to please yourself. And if other people don't understand it, that's their problem, not yours. So, thank you, Dad. And same with my mom. My mom was always supportive of the things I wanted to do, even if, maybe sometimes they weren't the right things to do. But it was me being me. So, I'm going to leave you with the final advice. Don't let anyone ever dictate to you how you should act. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a girlfriend, whether it's a wife, whether it's for girls, if it's your husband or your boyfriend, you be you. And if other people can't understand that you act childish, that's their problem, not yours. So, much love, everybody, and I hope this helps at least one person. And remember, click that subscribe button down below, and there's a bell on the right side. Click it where it says all. That way you get all the notifications. Every time I drop a video in your YouTube notifications, it will say Rob Bruins Guy Mahoney dropped a new video. And you'll be the first one to get it before I post it on social media. So I hope and spread the word, because that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to spread my knowledge to you. Much love, everybody. Have a good afternoon.